Hi, I'm Evgenia. This is the Creator 30. Today we're in Bristol talking to musician Markland Starkie, also known as Sleeping States. He makes experimental folk music.
In the sea, we align above the road.
What made you start concentrating on music?
Well, it really happened slowly over time. Like even after I started Sleeping States, I figured it wasn't going to be my only kind of output, and it still isn't to a certain extent, although it's kind of taken over. I had this 4-track, and I was just sort of making little sort of musical bits and bobs. All of a sudden, I had like a collection of these things, and I decided to work on them a bit more. I still didn't really know what I was doing. There was this queer punk collective called Homocrime. They basically put me on, or put Sleeping States on when I couldn't get shows anywhere. I wasn't really fitting into that kind of acoustic folk thing, but they're part of the reason why I moved to Bristol, because there was a similar scene in Bristol. Some friends of mine and I have an allotment. We just took it on. It's covered in weeds at the moment. I was more interested in using guitar as a kind of textural instrument than making a nice sort of melody, and I do that as well. I was just trying to find ways of making noise, basically. There's just other bits of crap in here. I use this one quite a lot. I also have this, which is another Wolfgang here, and it kind of works like that. It was basically like my parents' biggest headache. Generally, the way I write is through a series of accidents and improvisations, and I kind of eventually build songs around recordings. When I'd come to start playing live, which I didn't do for a long time after that, I basically just listened to all the recordings and figured out the tunings and relearned the songs. I've got another EP out in November, and then I'm working on the next album, which will be out next year. I have had a couple of people do like covers of Sleeping State songs. They just sent them to me. That was really interesting, because I'm still like a person in my room just like making music for myself.